26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PT, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Thanking God for life, for yet another day in God's green earth. If you look at it, there are so many people all across the world that went to bed last night. And the angel of death passed. They did not make it through this morning. So if you're up this morning, even with aches and pains and stress and worries, thank him in advance. Because today is going to be a better day. It's going to be a better day. Reach out and claim it. Yeah, claim that. Great things are going to happen to you today. Believe it, speak it into being. Yeah. 25 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. Good morning to you, Mommy Quinn. How are you doing? How is the entire family, the Cottage family? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lauren Salim, good morning to you. Always locked in. It's a good day to have a good day. The regulars, Petlin, good morning. Petlin, good morning too. There's a Petlin in golf course. Good morning. How are you doing? You all right? Nice, nice. Hope everything is fine. Good morning, everybody. It's just a good day to have a good day in a good way, man. Yeah, being thankful. Nothing but the love of the Lord. Whenever I play this song, the folks at A&R Eatery and Bar in Predmota, they're always locked on and love this one. Good morning, guys. Aaron and the team. We'll never let you down. The word of the day today, that word is quagmire. Quagmire. It is spelled Quagmire. Quagmire.
Don't be like the foolish man who built his house upon the sand.
Quagmire.
And washed away by the tide.
Quagmire. And what it means a difficult or complex situation. Quagmire. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The company was stuck in a financial quagmire. They were in a difficult place. Yeah. Write it down. Learn to spell it. Learn to pronounce it. Most importantly, learn to use it in your speech and your writing. Nice. Let's go to my friend's quotations that he usually sends every day. And it's Wednesday. Heavenly Father, on this beautiful Wednesday, we come together in gratitude for the blessings you've bestowed upon us. May your love and light guide us through this day, filling our hearts with hope, peace, and joy. Help us to extend kindness and compassion to everyone we meet and to find strength in your unwavering support. Bless our loved ones with good health, happiness, and protection. Give us the wisdom to make choices that bring us closer to you and to one another. In the precious name of Jesus we pray. Amen. All right, and it says Wednesday blessings, walk by faith, not by sight. And that's coming from 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. Thank you, bro. Thank you for sharing with us. So take up your cross, my friends, and follow him. Come, my people. Good day to have a good day. Let's motivate each other today. Today, just tell someone something good. All right? You do not know what people might be going through. And sometimes just an encouraging word from you makes that difference. Tell someone something positive today. Reach out to someone today. Make that difference. Be that difference maker. Yes. Nadisha, good morning. Hope you're doing fine, all right? The motivational tip of the day is up next. Yeah, good morning, Miss G. Find purpose in your daily tasks. Now, even mundane tasks can be meaningful. Find purpose in what you do, no matter how small. Yeah, you know, there's a saying, there's so many sayings that align with that. One cocoa fill the basket, and it only takes the spark to get the fire going, and the first step is always the hardest step, and stuff like that. Find purpose in what you do, no matter how small that task is. Do it passionately, like you believe in it, your life depends on it, and watch the results. Yeah. Saying good morning to a long lost friend that I saw yesterday. LT, good morning to you. How are you doing? You are my partner from yesterday. Hope all you're doing fine, behaving all yourself well. Good morning, Kevin and Donisha and the family that's inside of that's Belial, right? Yeah, I think all down there is Belial. Good morning to the Maxwins in Belial. How are you doing, Auntie Joan, Auntie Ann, all the cousins and them? Good morning, Auntie Elsa and Trevs. Long time I ain't see you all. What going on? Hope everything is fine. Zuri and Zavi and Skeeta and Poddy and Sam. Morning. Yeah, it is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. You know, do not get too carried away with what's happening around you. You know where you are, know who you are, and just give thanks. Be thankful. Thank the Lord, because you've got life. What's buzzing this morning? What's buzzing? All right, another shooting suspect remanded, and also we hear that trees were planted in honor of Afri-Exim Bank president, the outgoing president. In the region, Trinidad Attorney General reveals 2 drones intercepted at Teteron Barracks following recent transfer of high-risk criminals. Yes. Internationally, authorities say shooter in New York City blamed NFL for his brain injuries. And in sports, Barbados crowned the Rising Stars under 19 champions after dominant final victory. Those are the buzzing stories this morning. Who make the water flow? Who gets you through the challenges of another day? Morning, Eggies and Chief and Cruz and George and Curtis Peck, Philip and the family. You know the strange thing, Peck, up to now I can't remember your wife's name. Good morning, Miss Peck. And the entire family. It's only just a salon can do it. Michael Pierre, Soup, good morning. How you doing? All you good? Operate good? Nice. Yes, only just good. Carrico and Pretty Matnick is in the building. That's for sure. Those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning. Good morning to Monica Meros Williams and Daddy Godwin and Miss Joan and family. Trevor and Joanna and everybody, good morning. Kenneth, Kathy, and Zuri, Solange. All those of you out there in the sunshine state of Florida. Good morning, Archie and Daisy and Delia and Gerard. Jerry. Mr. Raymond, good morning to you and the family also. Man, life can be so daunting at times. You can get overwhelmed. But you know what? In the final analysis, it's not man that shares bread, it's the fellow upstairs, God. Pastor Laurie Dominic, good morning to you and the first family. Sister Nautica, good morning to the boy and the girl. Extended family of the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God, good morning. Wester Hall on the whole, good morning. Calavini. Mr. Rubin and your dear wife, good morning. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Mildred Smith. Yeah, we know on Facebook I ain't getting to speak with you, and man. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Wow, girl, some cool air finally.
I know, right? I just installed the air conditioning. I'm glad you're here. Look at my Grenlec bill from this month. Tell me what's different.
Well, the bill analysis is showing that the number of units you used went down each month. Congrats on that.
But look at the total charges line. It's like I'm paying more for less.
Pay special attention to the fuel charge and adjustment. As you can see, the fuel cost was higher during those months.
So when Grenlec has to pay more for fuel, I get the charges?
Well, yes. I mean, when your suppliers charge more for the flowers and fruits out of season, don't you have to charge your clients more too?
Well, that is true.
But look at the last couple of bills. The fuel charge dropped and the adjustment was a credit. So you actually paid less per kilowatt hour or unit.
And I was really happy about that too. I get it. No matter what the fuel charge and fuel adjustment charge are, once I am managing my usage, I'm on the right path.
On Wednesday, August 13th, it's Carnival Encore, the ultimate cool down at the Grenada National Stadium. The cool down village opens at 6 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. It's full stage frenzy with massive performances from Cass.
No sweetness, she weakness, so she
Voice.
When I'm a junkie, the people play
and many more. Tier 1 Chill Zone tickets are just $125. Upgrade to the White Oasis Premium Village for $350. Or take it all the way with access to the exclusive Carnival Cabana Club. Email sunshinepromoeventsgd@gmail.com for more info. Carnival Encore.
I don't know about you, but I come here to flex, come to play a man.
The vibes don't end until we say so. Wednesday, August 13th, National Stadium. Get your tickets now from gotofed.com. Brought to you by Sunshine Promotions.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Coming up in the news, another shooting suspect remanded. A tree planted in honor of Afri-Exim president. In the region, Trinidad Attorney General reveals 2 drones intercepted at Teteron Barracks following a recent transfer of high-risk criminals. Internationally, authorities say shooter in New York City blamed the NFL for brain injuries. And in sports, Barbados crowned Rising Stars under-19 champions after a dominant final victory. We've got the details to these and more after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Fly the Jones swoosh, it's Lava Man, and you already know the energy. It's all about GBN Spice of the Carnat Soca Mona competition. This year is going to be greater, bolder, more exciting than ever. And it's all about the quarterfinals on the 25th of July. The 31st of July will be the semi-finals and the August 8th finals. Artists, if you think you have what it takes to own the stage, now is your chance. Get there, be there, see you there. Lava Man, the real mad one. Fly the Jones, Swoosh, GBN, Spice of the Carnat Soca Mona competition. We doing that.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Gordon Josephine with the details. Dean Dowden, a 37-year-old bartender of Grenville Street, St. George's, has been charged with the offenses of attempted capital murder, possession of a firearm with intent to commit capital murder, and possession of ammunition. The charges follow investigations into a shooting incident which occurred on Friday, July 25, 2025, that left St. Jules Street, St. George, resident Chevon Gay, nursing a gunshot wound to the chest. The incident, which is the latest in a string of gun-related crimes that have sparked growing concerns over escalating violence in the country, reportedly occurred within close proximity to the shooting victim's home. Dowden was arrested and represented in court by attorney Peter David and appeared before Chief Magistrate Francine Foster at the St. George's No. 1 Magistrates Court. He was remanded to custody until August 18th. Just one day earlier, on Monday, two men accused in Grenada's 8th homicide for the year also appeared in the same court. The pair, a 33-year-old warehouse attendant Kevin Bell and his nephew Daniel Bell, a 21-year-old warehouse clerk from Coffee Bow Hill, were arrested and charged in connection with a deadly shooting in Wall Street, Grandans on Sunday, July 20th, which claimed the life of Matthew Thomas, a young man from Gulf Coast, and left others injured. The duo faces multiple charges, including capital murder, attempted murder, possession of a firearm with intent to commit capital murder, and grievous harm. A third man was also charged in connection with the Wall Street shooting. 24-year-old laborer Kyle Cyrus of the Carnage also appeared before the Chief Magistrate on Monday, facing separate charges of attempted capital murder and multiple firearm offenses. He is due back in court on August 14th. The Houses of Parliament are in recess for the month of August. This was announced by President of the Senate, Decima Williams, at the end of last Friday's session of the Upper House. Recess is a break during the parliamentary session. However, traditionally in Grenada, the Parliament takes a recess or break for August, during which time the Parliament will prorogue and a new session commence with the throne speech and ceremonial opening in late September or early October. The last bills to receive approval in both the lower and upper houses were the Constitution Oath of Allegiance Amendment number 1 Bill of 2025 and Constitution Oath of Allegiance Amendment number 2 Bill 2025, which provides for change in the Oath of Allegiance. These bills are set to go into effect on August 1st. They mandated that all members of Parliament and state officials who have to take the oath of allegiance will now take that oath to serve Grenada and not the British monarch, his heirs and successors. In the lower house, 3 bills were laid for first reading, and if the Parliament becomes prorogued during August, these bills will die its parliamentary death and will have to be resubmitted during the new session, which will be the 4th session of the 11th Parliament. These bills are the Marriage Amendment Bill 2025, a Status of Children Bill 2025, and Age of Civil Legal Responsibility Amendment Bill 2025. 2025. The Age of Civil Legal Responsibility Amendment Bill 2025 has become a debatable topic because it is inserting a new section which will permit the Minister of Legal Affairs, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, to make an order vesting legal capacity in minors aged 12 to 16 years to consent to specific sexual or reproductive health treatments, including diagnostic procedures, without the need for the consent of the minors, parents, or guardians. Very interesting. A tree planting tribute marked the closing of the Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum Active 2025, which was hosted in Grenada. The symbolic ceremony was led by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who described the gesture as a recognition of Professor Orama's outstanding leadership in strengthening relations between Africa and the Caribbean. We have more on this.
Together with your team from the Afrexim Bank, I think they wanted to ensure that as you perhaps engage in one of the last more formal settings here in the Caribbean under your stewardship at the bank, that we left a fitting tribute for generations of Africans to come and to see and to reflect upon the leadership that you have provided, not just to the bank, but to Africans everywhere. So we honor you, we congratulate you. And there is a calypso that has been made popular in this carnival season that says, I want my flowers now. Translated, it means we are honoring you while you are still here, not while or after you have left.
In addition to the tree planting, a special crafted plaque bearing Professor Orama's name and the significance of the occasion was installed near the base of the tree. The plaque serves as a permanent reminder of his contributions to Afro-Caribbean solidarity and economic cooperation. Delivering remarks at the event, Professor Orama expressed deep gratitude for the honor.
I am very, very, very grateful to the Honorable Prime Minister, his government, and the people of Grenada, and indeed the CARICOM people, for this honor. As an agricultural economist, I know the meaning and the value of plants. I know that in the food chain and in the life chain, as I will call it, it is the plant that stands there as the anchor. And today, as I joined the Honorable Prime Minister in planting this tree, I am reminded that I have now found a very deep anchor in Grenada and the CARICOM.
The flamboyant tree, known for its brilliant red-orange blooms, was selected for its symbolism to strength, unity, and vibrancy, as well as its Madagascan origin. The ceremony started the conclusion of Active 2025, a landmark gathering that brought together regional leaders, investors, and policymakers to strengthen trade, investment, and cultural links between the African continent and Caribbean nations. Now that concludes the first segment of news, the local segment. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, we start off in Trinidad, where the Trinidad Attorney General reveals that 2 drones were intercepted at the Teteran barracks following recent transfer of high-risk criminals. We have more in this OCM news report.
Criminals in Trinidad and Tobago have reportedly launched 2 drones in an attempt to breach the building which is holding high-risk prisoners during the state of emergency. The building is located at Tetra Barracks in Chagaramas in the west of the country. This was revealed by the Attorney General, John Jeremy, in the Parliament to extend the state of emergency last evening. Several prisoners considered gang leaders were removed from the maximum security prison in the east and are now being housed at the facility. During a special sitting of the Parliament yesterday, AG Jeremy, senior counsel, stated drones were being used to infiltrate the facility.
Officers, visitors, and drones are used for smuggling.
And looking further afield, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has said that a gunman who killed 5 people, including himself, sought out the headquarters of the National Football League, the NFL, which he blamed for the brain injuries he suffered from. Adams said on Tuesday that a note carried by the shooter, identified as 27-year-old Shane Tamura, suggests his target was the NFL. The note alluded to the fact that he felt he had CTE, which is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a known brain injury for those who participate in contact sports, Adams told the CBS News team. He appeared to have blamed the NFL for his injury. But Tamura appears to have arrived at the wrong floor of a New York City office tower and instead opened fire in the offices of a real estate firm on top of shooting people in the ground floor lobby. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket West Indies is pleased to congratulate Team Barbados, who claimed the Rising Stars men's under 1950 over championship title with a commanding 6-wicket victory over USA under 19 number 1 in last Thursday's final at Canary Sports Club. Now, the triumph marked a sweet redemption for Barbados, who had suffered a crushing 216-run defeat in the same USA 1 side earlier in the tournament. They also completed a double sweep for the island after their women's team captured the under-19 crown last Saturday. In Thursday's final, Barbados' bowling attack restricted USA 1 to 212 all out. Left-arm seamers Jakeem Pollard 3 for 42 and Carter 3 for 46 spearheaded the bowling effort despite Shahil Garg's 40 and Adnit Jnab for 38. Barbados reached the 215 for 4 in just 38.2 overs as captain Joshua Dawn led from the front with an unbeaten 55, while Shaquan Bell 45, Zachary Carter 34 and Micah Greenwich 32 provided crucial support. Windward Islands secured third place with a 76-run victory over Jamaica, while Guyana claimed fifth by defeating Trinidad and Tobago by 5 wickets. Leeward Islands finished seventh with a 66-run win over USA 2. Barbados and USA 1 emerged as the tournament's standout teams through the 7 preliminary rounds. USA 1 opened their account with a stunning 13-run defeat of Jamaica. Despite being 109 for 8 at one point, Sahash Swithan's 85 helped them reach 209. Utkarsh Srivastava, 4 for 31, triggered Jamaica's collapse from 117 without loss to 196 all out. Barbados began the title defense with a commanding 140 runs victory over Guyana. Windward Islands edged the Leewards by 5 runs, and Trinidad and Tobago narrowly got past USA 2 by 1 wicket. That's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports during our lunchtime edition and also in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
All right, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Jonathan Price at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Wednesday the 30th of July, 2025, as recorded at the Mars Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are coming from the east at 12 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014.6 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 27.1 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 83%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 25.8 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 1.3 millimeters of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month so far to 82.2 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief isolated showers, with an increasing cloud cover and showers overnight. Today's max will be 31.5 degrees Celsius with winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas will be slight and moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Low tide will be at 1 p.m. and high tide at 7 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:33 and sunrise at 5:53. Just repeat the public forecast for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief isolated showers with an increasing cloud cover and showers overnight. From the forecast at Mars Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Have yourself a great day. Likewise, you and your team at the Met Office. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Courts presents their 2025 appliance event, Be Inspired, at all Court stores nationwide. Save big on select appliances, plus free gifts with purchase. Buy a washer and get 20% off any dryer. Plus, get more when you shop on credit with 10% cash back and free delivery on purchases of $5,000 and over. So don't miss your chance to be inspired at the Courts 2025 appliance event, only at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 24. Conditions apply.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Another shooting suspect remanded. A tree planted in honor of Afri-Exim Bank president. In the region, Trinidad Attorney General reveals 2 drones intercepted at Teteron Barracks following recent transfer of high-risk criminals. Internationally, authorities say shooter in New York City blamed NFL for brain injuries. And in sports, Barbados crowned Rising Stars under-19 champions after a dominant final victory. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 30th day of July, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a safe and productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere, reminding you that the traffic report comes up in a matter of minutes.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Grenada, get ready. Faith Pentecostal Tabernacle presents Turning Point 3, August 30th at the Gateway Conference Center. Showtime 7 p.m. It's a captivating, hilarious, emotionally moving drama concert. Will Merlin finally get married? Can Sheila ever mind her own business? Will Danny or Uncle Raymond actually change? What really happened to Officer Brown? New to the story? Don't worry, Turning Point 3 gives you just enough backstory to pull you right in. Tickets cost $45 before July 31st. Available at gotofed.com, Grenadian Optical, Hills and Valley Pharmacy, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George, Grandance, and Grenville. For the first time ever, you can watch from anywhere in the world. Just go to gotofed.com, click the pay-per-view link. Turning Point 3, August 30th at the Gateway Conference Center. Showtime 7 p.m.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you.
With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. With ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Fly the Jones swoosh, it's Lava Man, and you already know the energy. It's all about GBN Spice of the Carnat Soca Mona competition. This year is going to be greater, bolder, more exciting than ever. And it's all about the quarterfinals on the 25th of July. The 31st of July will be the semi-finals and the August 8th finals. Artists, if you think you have what it takes to own the stage, now is your chance. Get there, be there, see you there. Lava Man, the real mad one.
All right, folks, it's now 13 minutes after 7 o'clock. We now join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you, and good morning to all your listeners, especially your drivers this morning. It is a beautiful morning this morning, and I'm going to give you the traffic updates for today, Wednesday, as we head closer to, it's almost to the end of the month. And we're heading straight to August, and as we normally say, August is the time And this morning we started seeing some movement in vehicular traffic along our roads at the moment, especially in the area of Calvini, Grandlands Public Road, and even through our towns, but it is not heavy at the moment. And in most of our towns, as reported on a morning at this particular time. So, as per usual, on a regular around this time, traffic is not heavy, but we expect it to get heavier as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. We also expect a heavy flow of traffic during the entire day today and the rest of the week. So persons, we urge you to get ready to in order to get to work on time and to get safely. So far, we have no reported accident or obstructions along our road at this moment. The accident rate for the past 24 hours, we had a total of 8 minor accidents reported in the Tri-Island state. Still urges persons to drive cautiously, drive carefully as we head into the carnival season. By way of information, we just want persons to know that the River Road, Public Road, which we had moved where vehicles could not have traversed, now that road has since been a one-way. So if you're coming out from the Grenville Tempe direction, you can access the River Road area, that lower part, and exit onto keep left. However, the persons that are coming from the keep left direction, you still have to use the Ring Road, Public Road, and head to Grenville direction or wherever you're heading into that direction. So that road has since become one way, and that is some good news, especially for the gas trucks and the heavier vehicles, which had some difficulties traversing up Mount Trust Public Road. Also, we experience the work has since begun now on the Green Street. They started last night, and that's now as a project. So persons, especially in the nighttime, you would not be able to access that Green Street Public Road because work has since started. However, during the day, you can do so, but expect some not that smooth sailing of the traffic in the day. But in the night, be mindful that you would not be able to traverse along that Green Street Public Road. Work continues along the Morris Bishop, Point Saline, and the Calais Public Road with the same project, and persons are advised that expect some sort of delay. Also, this is a time where we have the busiest times in terms of flight, and we expect a lot of traffic in terms of people coming to the island of Grenada, and most of them will want to be driving. So we expect some traffic along the Grandlands Public Road, especially during this today, as we expect those heavier flights of persons coming into the island for Spice Mass. So we want to encourage persons as they travel through the day in the area of Point in Calais, Grandlands, Morris Bishop Highway, and all its surrounding area, that you expect some delays and traffic congestion. We want to continue to urge drivers, and I want to make an appeal to the truck drivers this morning. As of last night, I've been observing the way they drove from the port to whatever destination, and I just want to ask them to please drive cautiously along our roads. You have a bigger vehicle, please cover your load, especially when you're traveling with sand and similar aggregates along the public road. These particles can fly off the trucks, and especially in bikers, they can, or other persons using the road. These things can get into their eyes, and you know what can happen if somebody is driving and these particles get into their eyes. And remember, you have a larger vehicle and you require a greater stopping distance. So please drive cautiously along the road. Cover your load and drive. Let's obey the speed limit and the condition for the road that you're traveling in. And as we get closer to the carnival season, we continue to encourage persons to drive safely, drive safely. And as we ask every morning, and we will continue to ask our drivers, if you're texting,
please don't drive. Who's driving? Who's driving? Thank you, Corporal Paul, and to your entire team at the traffic department. Have yourselves a wonderful day and continue doing the exemplary work that you've been doing.
Thank you very much, and also to your team at GBN for affording us that opportunity to bring such updates.
Thank you very much, folks. That has been the traffic report. It's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Don't you go anywhere. We've got Money Wise with Ariza coming up after these messages.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
If you are interested in reliable and efficient shipping, then look no further. Carib Connects is the one for you. Our main office is situated in Miami, which boasts one of the most advanced facilities with branches in most of the Caribbean islands, including Grenada. At Carib Connects, we offer you a timely and hassle-free shipping experience, whether it's by air or by sea. Our logistic team will ensure that you have a superb experience. We can take care of your small packages, full container loads, vehicles, dangerous goods, hazmat materials, and special loading. Our local branch is situated on the Carnage, right next to the fire station. Come in and have a word with our experienced staff. They are more than equipped to assist you with anything that you would need. We open from Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can also get information at info@caribconnects.com. At Carib Connects, we are connecting you with excellence.
At the Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2025. The Public Bank is a proud sponsor. As the bank of choice for small and medium enterprises and corporate investors, we're here to continue supporting that segment. We can cater to you on a personal level as well as a business level. Our presence here in Grenada also expands into the region and to Ghana. So we are really proud about that association, and we are here to foster our ties and to continue to support and deepen our relationships with our business customers.
Guyana Market International was founded in 2020 during COVID-19. We manufacture a variety of snacks, pepper sauces, as well as dry seasoning. I recently graduated from EBB program that was facilitated and partly sponsored by Republic Bank. One thing I could tell you with Republic Bank, I do all my banking with Republic Bank. I have a mortgage with Republic Bank, and Republic Bank is the one for you, as the slogan is.
Hi, I'm Rachel Rani Gonzalez, and I'm the co-founder of the Market Movers Group of Companies, and we will work for food, which means that we are passionate about local food, local agriculture. Republic Bank Limited has been a great support for my business over the years. We've been offered many financial solutions to help grow our business, and what was important, we were able to grow at every stage, and we look forward to future collaborations and growth into the future.
I am in. Are you? Here at the Queen's Park Recycling Facility, we process your waste for export. Cardboard, plastic, aluminum, glass, and more. Let me speak to you about plastic. Every plastic bottle can be recycled. One simple step. Look for the giant basket bottle and drop it here. We'll do the rest. Support recycling. I am in. Are you?
served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to
Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's Wednesday morning, and you know, Wednesday and Monday and every day is Ariza's Day here with us in the GBN. And this morning, I am joined by my good friend, Raylene Lazarus. She is the marketing manager.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, in a sense.
That's all right. Oh, you sound bright and sunny this morning.
Listen, every day is a great day at Ariza. What we do is ask, how can we make you smile?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be a bright and sunny day? It's an Ariza day.
Whenever I call and the person asks me that question, Ariza, good morning. How can I make you smile? I say, tickle me.
We'll get a stock of feathers just for you.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you in studio, Raylene. And it's August.
Yes.
So many things are happening. Well, of course, we're well on the way into the hurricane season. As Blossom, I'm going to use a word that I hope folks understand the context in which I'm using it. Blossom always uses this word, and I love it. Preparate.
Preparate. Yeah. Okay, it's the first time I'm hearing this one.
We've already preparated our audience, listening and viewing audience for the hurricane season and so forth. We gave all the information, but special occasions around now pop up. We have teachers, public servants who work hard for the year and so forth. So we want to sensitize our audience how we could plan for special occasions. Like you want to take a special vacation, you just want to go somewhere and
chill,
chill,
yes.
So
relax, rejuvenate,
refocus,
recalibrate, all the things, renew, that's what we're about. Remember, Ariza and Rising, new days and all of that. So we're renewing. Every day is a day to renew at Ariza.
So we want to give people an idea, a sort of guide us. So how do you plan financially for special occasions?
Yes. Okay, well, the first step, and I'm glad you kind of mentioned special occasions, and there's a lot of special things going on right now because it's the season, It's Carnival and Mass, and everybody's, taking a little time for them. But even beyond that, we have all these other occasions coming up. I mean, we're in the middle of the school holidays, summer vacation or August vacation, as some people would call it. Right after that, you would have back to school. Right after that, you would have Christmas. So there's a number of things. So it's never too late. If you're not a mass player, you're not a masquerader, you're not a feta, there's still stuff that you can do and that you need to plan for. So as you were saying, Innocent, for the public servants especially, and anyone at all who gets up every day, does a 9 to 5, or even if you don't, because you might be self-employed and you keep your own hours, those are normally longer. Definitely. Yeah. So, but when it's time to treat yourself to something special, a lot of us still aren't able to just do it at the spur of the moment. So the first step really in preparing for a special occasion would be to start early.
Right.
Know that once a year at this time or at some time you're going to want to take, it could be a weekend. It doesn't have to be a long break. There are things here, for example, like staycations. Grenada's Carriacou and Petit Martinique is so beautiful, So we don't have to go outside to relax and rejuvenate and refocus and renew. We can do it right here. But the idea is that you must know that you want to do it and start early. So, you have a special savings account, or you have a coffee pot, or a shoe box. Yeah. And of course, you create a budget so you know what it is you're going to need. That's part of the planning. How much is this thing going to cost? Because there's no point, again, you know what your finances are, and that's why it helps to start early. There's no point aiming for, as we would like to say, a champagne holiday if you've got Morby pockets. But even on
I've never heard this before. A champagne holiday with Morby pockets.
Right. Right? Or we can say ginger ale pockets, you know what I mean? Because the two look alike. They're fizzy and they're golden, but one costs a good deal more than the other.
There are some folks that can't even afford the ginger ale and the Morby lime juice.
Well, so then there you go, right? We have to know where the tree is and when we're going to pick it and how many we need to make the juice.
Yes.
So we need to, figure that out. So I would say the first thing is to start early, make a plan, do your research so you know what it is you're going to need, and then you can start scurrying away those little bits. Yeah.
So it's all about planning, knowing, forecasting.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, if I want to stay, I'm going to give someone some unpaid commercial this morning. Let's say you decide to have a staycation, and I'm going to go to PTN's.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things you do, you call PTN and say, how much would it cost for me and my family or myself to spend a weekend at PTN?
That's right.
And what does it entail? What would I be getting?
Yes.
So you know if you have to bring additional stuff.
Exactly. And in case, we can go one step further. You might want to decide, well, I want a quiet beach holiday, or I want a quiet mountain holiday, or I want a holiday that's away from everything, which is why you might choose PTN's, for example. Or you might want something that's in close proximity to everything else, just in case you want to run out. But part of the advantage of starting early is that then you can also compare prices. What you get for what you pay. You have time to go and even take a look. You're not going to stay, but let's just go and see what the accommodation looks like.
Do some scouting.
That's right.
Okay,
so then you get value for your pennies.
You know exactly what you're getting.
Yes.
Right. Okay, now in doing so, right? Okay, we're going to plan it. But in planning, what is one of the biggest mistakes that people make?
You put it off. You don't, you kind of say, I've got time. And then the time comes.
Sounds like me.
And you've made, there's another word for that. That's called procrastination. I hope you're not in that category. Hopefully it's just because you're busy, because people get busy. As we say, lives, it's lifing. So it's, but putting it off, and then usually what would happen is we probably would end up doing it all on a credit arrangement. So, if you can minimize, planning will help you to minimize, of course, how much. Doesn't mean you won't need a little help. And of course, for that, you come to Ariza.
Well,
right?
That's the idea.
But usually what would happen is that if you take too long to make your arrangements or to plan or to figure out what it is you're really wanting or after, it would cost you more in the long run because you make some rush decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
So you need to give the time some time.
That's right. And let it marinate and make sure you have, even to change your mind, change your location. Like I said, maybe a mountain holiday or a beach holiday or riverside holiday.
Yeah.
But, you need to give yourself the time so that you have options.
Now, in doing so, would you say it's worth making short-term sacrifices for long-term peace of mind?
Absolutely. I think in every discussion we've had about financial planning, whether with me, with Josephine, with Natasha, whoever has been in here to discuss financial planning, one of the things that always comes up is delayed gratification. So you give up something for something, and you'd be surprised how the sacrifice isn't really a sacrifice at all, because when you get to that end goal, the satisfaction,
it's worth it.
Right? Yeah. So you'd literally say this was nothing to give up in comparison to. And we've talked about things like they don't have to be huge things. Sometimes they could be, but they can also be little things like a soda or not buying lunch every day as you used to. Maybe do it 3 times a week or twice a week and put that money away to what it is that you actually want at the end of the day. And
I as you say that, I am vividly remembering my economics teacher with this concept, this principle of postponed consumption equals to savings.
I like that one. That is definitely econ. Yes.
Yeah. Postponed consumption.
Yes, because you're a consumer, and that's what we do. When we spend money, it's because we're consuming. You might as well consume the thing that gives you the most joy. That's what I say. Not short-term joy, but long-term joy.
Now, I like to make it as real as possible so that my audience could appreciate what. Can you share a real-life example of a dream occasion without additional debt?
Well, a dream occasion, for example, might be, you just talked about having a little treat, a holiday, or you can have a milestone occasion like a birthday or so coming up. So I would say that we start with how you achieve that, without debt, would be to identify what you want. What do you want this occasion to look like? Whether it's for your birthday or it's just a holiday because you've worked hard all year round, know what it is you want this to feel like. What is, imagine, we say our mind is the most powerful thing. Yeah. So think about yourself in that space doing these things that you so want to do, and then you plan for that. So then once you kind of say, okay, I want a beach holiday, I just want to relax, I want to make sure breakfast comes in, don't want to have to cook at all, so dinner and lunch as well, or maybe 2 meals a day, and then you go and you find out who offers that, where it is, as you say, how much it will cost, and you begin to plan around that, right? So once you identify what your goal is, then you kind of say, okay, how long do I need to save for? What does it cost? And then you can break it down, because you can do the math.
Yeah.
If you're going to take 6 or 12 months to get to your goal, you're planning for a goal next year or in 6 months or in 3 months, how much money do I have now? How much money do I need to put away to make sure that I can get to that point, right? So you identify the period that you need to save for. And of course, you save as much as possible, and we go right back to delayed gratification, right? And then you get advice. If you're thinking, well, I want to do this, but there are also other things happening that you need to do, and you need a little guidance in terms of priority, or maybe you need to shift payment somewhat because you need a little break so you can get to your treat, then of course you can speak to a financial advisor at Ariza, and we will tell you what is the best course of action so that you can get to your end goal. But these simple steps will take you to, I think, any real life situation, whether you were saving for a wedding, whether it was a milestone birthday, an anniversary, a vacation, or a staycation. Then those are those basic easy ones. Even a child's birthday as well. Like, it doesn't have to be an adult birthday, but a child's birthday.
Your daughter is celebrating her 16th birthday. The 16th birthday seems to be a big thing.
Exactly. Yes. Sweet 16, Sweet always. 16, yes.
Now, what would you say are some of the smart ways to prepare financially for such special occasions?
Well, we just did some of them, which would be like starting early and so. But I would say even to go back to the real life situation, right after Carnival, we have back to school. Right? So I know that, in the heat of the moment, some of us forget ourselves. And then we realize we spent a little too much for that costume or all those parties, because with the parties come the shoes and the clothes and the nails, especially for the ladies,
I'm glad you said that. Especially for the ladies.
Well, you like to look a certain way.
For us as men, our main costume is wool oil.
I don't believe that for a second. I see some of the guys out there getting very groomed, you know what I mean? They hit the gym before the season as well. They're doing just as much,
we have real masquerade.
We have the metropolitan men along with us, playing mass. So
I'm all the best at that.
But again, like a real life and the saving, I would say, make a checklist. So, for example, if we're going to deal with back to school as an example, make the checklist. You know what it is. I mean, usually the schools provide the list of, even from preschool, crayons and glue and scissors and all of that. It comes with a long list. So you can, again, shop the sales. You have a little time in advance. So see who's doing what. If you've got small children, for example, or like me, I know my mom used to pack all our lunches. We had 3 square meals a day, and we'd have breakfast before we left, and we went to school with a packed lunch, all the way through school. And so for me, things like that, it would make sense to, if you're giving juice, for example, either you make the juice, right? If you're, again, like my mom, and she likes her planting, so we have the trees in the backyard, right? But if not, then maybe you would do a box, like a carton, from one of the places that do bulk sales. So instead of buying 5 every week, you buy enough for probably a month or the term, because you get a cheaper deal. So those kinds of things you look for. You can also buy in phases. You know what is needed now, so buy your essential items, and then you can do the others a bit later on. Or even if, let's say you have shirts and socks and that kind of thing, you probably don't need 10. Again, like my mom, she liked extra. But we would have the first 5, so and then you had the extra. You could buy the extra ones afterwards, a little later. Reuse, of course, where possible. If you don't have a single child, maybe you have older siblings or you have cousins. So amongst the family, what's reusable, because someone's outgrown a skirt, some trousers, some shoes,
You're reading that from a history book, right?
Polish them up.
People don't do that anymore.
Really?
People don't do that
I think families are still tight, and they still help each other out.
Yeah, they're tight, but you don't find people wearing people's clothes anymore.
Really? Wow,
I don't think so.
Well, I would hope so, because I know, again, I'm only going from what my experience has been in my household. And my mom would say, you have to take care of your things. So the condition of our clothes was as good as new.
Yeah.
So with 3 years between my older sister and I wore a lot of her hand-me-downs. And even when I was finished with them, they were in a condition that was good for someone else. So I know we did quite a bit of that. So I think, not old clothes. I'm not recommending that you give people your tatters, but if it's good enough, then by all means reuse it, and of course create a school budget. Again, I did not have that privilege of being given money per se for school, but I know that now a lot of people have to pay for the bus. They don't prep lunch, but they would give them money for lunch and snacks, and perhaps after school recreation. So that's quite a budget there, and it's also an opportunity to work with your child regarding savings and for special occasions too, because what would be coming up that you'd want to do perhaps even during the summer holidays or the Christmas holidays, and how would you spend that money? So all the money that I give you doesn't have to be spent on snacks.
You could save some on your own.
What's the goal? What's the goal?
Okay. All right. So finally, as we wrap, what is a bonus tip you can share as it relates to financial planning for a family?
I think I just gave it away. Because I would say then involve the family in planning. People like to be involved. You know what I mean? You're not sitting on the periphery. This has something to do with you. If we're going on holiday as a family,
we don't have to put up.
This is So again, making children responsible for the things that they get satisfaction from, the joy from. How do you get them to contribute to that in a substantial way? So involve them when you're talking about the holiday or when you're planning the holiday. Figure out what it is they might like to do and say, well, here's what you can do to make sure that happens, and I will support you. I'm not suggesting that they pay for their rooms or anything, but there might be But it might be an activity. There might be an activity that they want to do, and you can say, okay, well, if you pay for your ticket, which might be $5, then I will pay for the snacks. That gets them excited and to hold on to their money to do various different things. And like I say, just about the budget, but also even when you give them their spending money on holiday, to again keep them accountable for how it is spent, so that you don't have a 5-day holiday and in one day all of their money is gone. And then you have to go find extra. So,
it's all about getting them involved in money management at the earliest time.
So definitely involve the family. You're not too young, and everybody should have a stake in the game.
That's good.
Yes.
And there goes the plan for a special occasion.
A special occasion, yes, indeed.
You deserve it, so why not have it? Just plan for it and prepare for it.
That's right. That's right. There's always time. It's never too little and it's never too late. So, start right now, and by all means, come sit with us, your Ariza family. And if you're not part of the family yet, our doors are wide open, and so our arms, we welcome you.
As always.
As always.
Ms. Lazarus, thank you for sharing with us this morning, as always, on Ariza Money Wise program, and we look forward to another engagement on Wednesday.
It's always a pleasure. Lovely to be here, and we wish you and everyone in GBN land a wonderful day.
Thank you, folks. That has been Money Wise with Ariza. We take a quick commercial break and we come back with more conversation. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you move a muscle.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Remembering our past, reclaiming our roots, empowering our future. On August 1st, Grenada will rally with the global African diaspora to celebrate Emancipation Day.
Bring down the power of love, I say. Bring down the power.
Let us bring down the power of freedom as Grenville comes alive with exciting cultural performances, exhibitions, food, fashion, and great speeches on August 1st. The day celebrations commence at 6 a.m. with an emancipation breakfast at the Grenville car park. At 4:30 p.m., the traditional mass bands will assemble at Dunfermline and head for Grenville, while the school marching bands will leave Progress Park at 5:30 p.m. and parade down to Soubise for the spectacular Flambeau March into Grenville at 6:30 p.m. At precisely the stroke of 8, the spotlight shifts to the Grenville bus terminal with an action-packed program of cultural presentations from the National Performing Company, Spiceland dancers, Cultural Train, Lion Pride, Tivoli drummers, spoken word poets, and top local calypsonians. There will also be a special reenactment of the Emancipation Proclamation. So put on your African wear and come to Grenville in your numbers on August 1st and bring down the power of love and freedom as we celebrate our emancipation. Buses available nationwide. Contact your parliamentary offices.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank, again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic, or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Wednesday, August 6th, concept events together with Flatlands Park Ship and Print present Pre-Day Black and Bougie. Chalbury celebrates with all his friends. This is Pre-Day featuring the Viking, Bungee Guard, Lion Lions, and the Viking. Problem Child, GBM Neutral, Full Blow, Kute, and a command performance by the Jab Boss himself, Calvary. Top international DJ, the Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. All early bird tier 1 tickets have already been sold out. Grenada, get ready. This is Pre-Day Black and Bougie.
Quartz presents their 2025 appliance event. Be inspired at all Quartz stores nationwide. Save big on select appliances, plus free gifts with purchase. Buy a washer and get 20% off any dryer. Plus, get more when you shop on credit with 10% cash back and free delivery on purchases of $5,000 and over. So don't miss your chance to be inspired at the Quartz 2025 appliance event. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends July 24. Conditions apply.
All right, folks, it's 8 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and welcome back to the conversation. We've got 8 minutes in which we can have a conversation. What's popping? I heard some good news yesterday coming up from the active. All right, already we have $250 million pledged towards the new state-of-the-art hospital, Project Polaris. That sounds awesome to me. What's popping with you? What's going on in your neck of the woods? What would you like to bring to the fore this morning? You know the digits, 435-2041. Give me a call. Let's see what's happening in your neck of the woods. It's a good day to have a good day. Yeah, I think I am of the opinion that Grenada and by extension the region is going to benefit immensely from this active that just took place. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am doing fine. How about you?
Dear man, boy, I put you in the first tree, and the next one walk on water from them. In the first tree. Every time I see you, you're making me remember Mighty Sparrow. How you looking like Mighty Sparrow? So on his face.
Don't say that too loud. Some people are annoyed by it.
Yeah, don't bother.
Thanks, thanks, man.
When you're going to walk up the land, you have to make about 4 trips in the land. First, you have to go and look at your boundary. Second, you have to go and cut the bush. Third, you have to get somebody to fuck up the land for you. And fourth, you go in and plant. And the fifth trip, you go in and harvest $250 million. That is work. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah, it's 6 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time. Let's get back to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Innocent, I see you lash them up Sunday night, man. You ain't easy at all, boy. I see you. You are the real king. You know you're my king.
All right.
But it had a lot of young ones, but this one with the wood, he ain't easy enough, Papa Joe. I'm concerned that man might give you some competition, you know.
That's the idea.
The woodman, the woodman can't reign over the real king. You mad or what? But I know up in so but anyway, that is not for public discussion.
Okay.
Anyway, I just want to remind people that the praise and worship service that's scheduled for the 31st, that is tomorrow at 7 p.m. A collaborated effort between the Honorable Andy Williams and the Gateway Assembly. I think the guys say that the Gateway Assembly Church, not in Point Saline, is Monrouge. I don't know. But I'm just advising people that buses will be picking them up on Wall Street and on Sugar Mill at 6 p.m. and they will bring them to the place. And also that is tomorrow, Thursday the 31st. The service is 7 p.m. but the buses will pick up people at Wall Street and Sugar Mill at 6 p.m. And also, it's not too late now that the churches could go and register at the constituency office. The churches allow 3 songs, right? So go and register down there now at the constituency office. Honorable Andy Williams, it's a collaborative effort between him and the church. And the number is 440-1110. Or you could take a walk down to the constituency office. So I want to thank you for the opportunity. And I hope people turn out to the praise and the church service. Would you be going down? Because you know me already, and church is not friend.
You and church not friend?
No, because I don't. Because I could publicly say I'm an atheist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you promoting a church service?
Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Andy, I do it on behalf of Andy and anybody at anybody at church or anything that's related, I will do it.
Okay.
Because it's no harm. What is the harm in doing it?
Okay.
But that doesn't. And people must respect people's position in life, whether they believe or don't believe. Because let me tell you, whether you believe or you don't believe, that doesn't make you a good or bad person. Listen, did you remember that when we worked in the bank, that we had this a company named Barclay, and we voluntarily assigned our salary to help poor people? Remember?
Yep.
Right. And I was an atheist all them, so I assigned a portion of my salary to help humanity, and that is what people should be interested in, not whether you believe or you don't believe. Because sometimes you say you don't believe, and the believe people, the non-believe people, do better than those that believe. But I have been charitable all my life. I don't know children. I mind children. I do every sort of thing. I have been charitable, but I'm glad you remember when we voluntarily assigned our salary to help mankind. You remember?
Yep, definitely.
Right. So it doesn't make us a difference whether I believe or not. I'm helping mankind, and anybody that wants anything thrown for me concerning this service, I will do it.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for the opportunity.
Have a good one. Have a good one. It's 2 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time. 2 minutes on to 8. Let's see who's next on the program. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
My friend.
Hi, welcome.
You lost your lady, man. You lost your lady. You let you leave your employment, and possible she has been on firm grounds now. I see she's advertising no longer for the ruling government. She's now advertising for Andy. So you lose.
Okay.
You lose. No longer my friend, my lover.
Okay. That's fine. I have you. I lose one friend. I have you. You're my best friend.
No, man. I'm your enemy, and I prefer to have enemies.
Talk to me now.
Anyhow, enjoy yourself.
Okay.
I'm sorry for you.
All right. Folks, it's 1 minute until 8 o'clock. Let's head back to the telephone line and say good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I think I don't have much time, but I think, in spite of the fact that I think before we start talking trade and investment, we should have talked culture, how we could heal our connection. Nonetheless, I think one good thing I like about the activity is to see the landing of the Ethiopian airline, the first direct flight from Nigeria to Grenada. I think that was a good image. It makes you feel good that there is possibility. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. And, it's now 8 o'clock, so that's it for the conversation this morning. Thank you for participating. Again, want to thank Miss Aurelian Lazarus for Money-Wise this morning from Ariza, and all those of you who participated, whether it's just impassively listening or calling in. Thank you. And if the good Lord spare lives, we'll have one tomorrow. But the BBC is up next. Stay tuned.